Hi, Lila.
Hi, Lila. Nice to see you. We're honored to be here with you this morning or this evening.
Thank you very much, Southern Malla, my dear brother and sister. Yes, welcome to my channel. I respected you as a guest of honors today. And namaste from India, namaste from Bharat.
Namaste, our
Namaste.
dear brother. Honored to be here with you on this blessed day.
We're in
Yes,
the United States, Lila, in Arizona.
yes. I've been watching you in YouTube channel that is Tree of Life movement, and also I'm talking with you in Zoom applications, which is being conducted every week twice time in a day. You both are sharing your knowledge, experience on life and love. I always like both of your efforts because you are working for the world. I ha- I have five interesting questions to you for my viewers. But before then, I would like to ask you about your title, that is Tree of Life Movement. You just described about the title and what is the missions of your on this title for the universe.
It's a very powerful question, and thank you for asking. As Marla and I share through our business, we found our purpose in this lifetime, which is the Tree of Life movement, and the intention stick. And our mission is to unify humanity through the intention stick for a global and spiritual awakening ignited by the realization of the power held by human intention. And what Marla and I share every day is there is no black, white, pink, yellow, brown. There is no Christian, Jewish, Buddhist, Muslim. Our souls are the same. We are the same. There is no one better in this world than anyone else. There's no one worse. We're here to live with unconditional love as brothers and sisters in a time that is so needed, to see the beauty within each and every one of you and within all of us, so that we understand we're here to help one another. We're here to unify one another so that we may all see heaven on earth as it is here now.
Yes, yes. I think, yes, I got it. Then we should proceed to the five interesting questions that I will ask you, both of you. We are the human beings and we have carried both advantages and disadvantages. Someone has positive intention and someone has negative or evil intention or love. So because I yes. So how should we upliftment in love with positive intention?
Again, you asked such beautiful questions. Well, that's a loaded one because there's a lot to talk about there. And mostly people are living with negative intention, you're right. Because through the conditioning, what we call conditioning of the mind, goes back to childhood. Because many children are faced with obstacles, challenges, and are put through trauma, and or they are compared to, let's say, a sibling, or they're physically abused, they're verbally abused, mentally abused, and so they internalize that, and
Yeah.
they start listening to their family's words to believe what their beliefs are, their thoughts are, and then they go to church or mosque, or they go to school, or they're going to a neighbor, and they start listening to what those people are saying. So a lot of it starts to become what we call, as I said, conditioning, and our thoughts, our thoughts become who we are. So
Yeah.
if someone says to you, Lila, you're not a good person, or you're not smart, or you're not good enough, pretty soon you start believing these thoughts, especially as a child. Someone said it to you, it must be true.
Yes.
So when you start to internalize that, meaning swallow these thoughts, and they're there within your body, they become a part of your DNA, then no wonder people are living in this low vibration, this dark energy, this negative, as you call negative intention, because they're staying in their thought process. They're staying in what they believe to be true. And then you become that. You become what you think you are.
Yeah.
So, does that help?
In fact, I don't know the exact definition of love. I just listen. Love is the union of two hearts, two minds, two souls, and two bodies, etc. So, what is the exact definition of love? Because I see both of you, you both have been signing in pure love.
Well, love is God. Love is the universe, the source, creator, Allah, Buddha, Yahweh, spirit, whatever that is to you or anyone in this world. Love overpowers and conquers everything. And when we can have love for self, unconditional love for who we are, which it states in every spiritual or religious book or culture in the world, it's the first prayers, it's the first meditation, it's the first mantra that says, love your brother and your sister like you love yourself. But that love has to start from within each and every one of us first to truly love who we are. Again, if we can remember, I am that I am, which we're all made in the image from above. We're all perfect and we are love. So when we can truly love who we are and understand we are a miracle and we are perfect just who we are, then Lila, Marla and I can look at you and every one of our brothers and sisters in this world and say, I love you, because that is unconditional love. We do not look at the external. We do not look at color or race or religion or culture or gender or politics or any other label. We look at the soul to no matter what. There is no judgment because, one, we're not judged. Who are we to look at another and judge? We are here to exist and coexist with one another, to help one another, and to serve. That is unconditional love. But as Marla said, we're not taught that from our parents, our grandparents, or great-great-great-grandparents because they may not have known that. They did the best they could to raise us in the best way they knew how. So we, as an individual, have to learn to truly love who we are, which is the most difficult thing in this lifetime to achieve. And when we have love for self, then we can love everyone in this world. When we have peace within ourselves, we can have peace within our family, our community, our churches, our temples, our mosques, our synagogues, our countries, and in this world. So that change must start from within ourselves first. We must be the change we want to see in our lives. The world is not going to come to us. We must come to the world and be the change that we want to see.
Yes, I got it. I'm single now, so I must ask this question. It may be wondering to both of you, but it thought-provoking. You know, if I fell in love with a girl and I don't know her intention on love, then how should I set up my intention in positive way to propose her, to marry her, and to become my life partner forever?
Well, I think it goes back to what Scott was just sharing, that first you must have true love for yourself, and not in a selfish or vain, coming from vanity, but in a way that you truly love who you are, love for the world. And when you can look at someone else and see the beauty in them, and then they can do the same for you and make you the best version of who you are. In other words, make you shine. That if you're already a bright light, that they make you brighter. That's the person you want to be with. the person
Yeah.
that helps bring out that love, and vice versa.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Yes, yes.
I
Yeah.
was gonna just add to that. So, Lila, Marla's correct. So, when you or anyone in this world is putting out that light, that love, that kindness, that happiness, that gratitude, that compassion, that's what will come into your life, your mirror image of you. So, when someone asks, how come I haven't found my life partner, my soulmate? Because it's what we attract, what we put out from our hearts comes back in. So if we're putting out negativity or stress or worry or fear or sadness, that's what's going to come into our lives. If we're putting out, again, love and happiness and joy and kindness and light, that's what's going to come into your lives. And that is the soulmate. That is the life partner that you're going to attract.
Yes. Everybody says that love is God, love is life, blah, 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 everything. Here in India, most of the people who are doing arranged marriage, our parents are, or our family members will choose a girl to marry her, and they are discussing a boy's status, a boy's character, a boy's educational qualifications, everything they will discuss. After that, they will get married. It will happen the mutual understanding of both families, both boys' families and both girls' family. After that, they will get married. It will happen the mutual understanding, But it has changed now. If a girl or boy fell in love and their parents didn't allow them to marry, they are forgetting to their families and their work. They are getting married without family members and they are staying alone. So what is more important, love, work, or family in this case?
That is such a beautiful and very profound question, because that is in every culture, that is in every religion.
Yeah.
And for generations, from time that's been taught or told to marry with what our parents or grandparents have prepared us for, the arranged marriages. And that may not be your true soulmate. That may not be your true life partner, even though your parents and their parents have arranged this. But that is not maybe your soulmate. That is not your life partner. And, that's such a difficult question, because if it's not a connection between you and the other person, then your journey together is not going to be one of peace and love. And yes, I know it, believe me, we know it's very difficult to go against family and speak your truth, but we're not living our lives for our parents or our grandparents. This is our journey. We came back in this lifetime to live our lives in the best way we can. And I'm not saying go against your family or your traditions or your religion, but if you're going into something, whether it is marriage, a relationship, or work, or whatever that may be on your life, and it's not making you happy, it's actually making you miserable and sad, then you must speak your truth. You must be your authentic selves. It's the same thing if your parents want you to be a doctor, an engineer, a scientist, a teacher, whatever that may be. But if it's not making you happy, why would you want to do something in your life that makes you miserable versus you, Lila, or anyone in this world understands what makes them happy? Your intuition and your heart, your soul, it's never wrong. But we don't trust it, and we go against what we know is true in our hearts. So, to answer your question, in my opinion, is that you must follow your heart. You must be authentic. You must speak your truth, as hard as that may be. And if it's not what your parents or your friends or your community feel is correct, that's not their problem. That's not your problem. That's their will they're trying to force or put upon you. And And again, I choose, of course, love is important. Family, of course, is most important. And then community, and in this world, or work, as you had asked in that order of question. But Lila, you must be happy no matter what you do. And that's the same for anyone in in this world, because if we're just waking up and having breakfast and going to school or work, or we're with someone that we were not supposed to be with, then we need to change our lives, our journey. We're the creator of our own lives. We have free choice. And everyone is afraid to live their truth and speak their truth and be their authentic selves, because they're worried about it's going to upset the family or our friends or our community or our church, our mosque, our temples, our synagogues. And it's all coming from fear versus love. So I don't know if Marla wants to add to this, but everything must come from love. And that, again, starts from within ourselves.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I was going to say that if you are in an arranged marriage that you do not want to be in, then that is not love. So
Yes.
you're living in a state of pain or anger or despair, frustration, stress, worry. Those are not on the same path as love. So if you truly love yourself, as Scott said, then you will know from your heart, from your heart's desire, from your true path in life, what is right for you. And only you can make that decision.
Mm-hmm. It's a very difficult decision, Lila. You know, Marla and I share, just because someone is your biological family doesn't make them your spiritual family. And sometimes, and it's the same thing with our friends or our community. It is the most difficult decision and choice that you have to make in your lifetime. Sometimes we have to separate from family or friends or community. And I'm not suggesting that. But if it is sucking the light and love out of you, and then it's physically affecting you or your health, then you must make that change. You must do what is right for you. You must do the things that make Lila, or anyone that is watching this right now, you must do what makes you the best version of who you are. And the person is your soulmate, your life partner, as Marla said earlier, must make you the best version of who you are. Marla makes me the best version of who I am. I cannot do what I do without Marla, and I feel Marla feels the same. We're one. But as a world, we're also one. We are all a part of a collective. All of our souls in this world are collective, are one. And in the Talmud it says, when we save one soul, we save the world entirely. So soul-to-soul connections are so important. They have to mesh and become one. And when we're not that one, then it's always going to be against the grain. It's not going to be in that beautiful flow. And again, I said, it's a very difficult choice that you or anyone in this world has. Free choice.
Yes. This is the last question, but not in list. Every country have different accent or speaking English, but we are following to native English speaker. We are following to your accent, American and British accent. So what is the difference between our accent and in your accent? We like your accent. We are because your speaking process, your speaking style is very fine. And if you listen to your voice, that's a very fantastic voice. So how can we will speak like you? If you have any tips, you can share here.
That Lila, that's such a thank you. It's such a beautiful question. And I just want you to understand, I love your accent and every beautiful brother and sister that Marla and I get to be introduced around the world. It's what makes you, you. And I understand that you want to maybe imitate or speak like Marla and I, and which doesn't mean the way we speak is perfect, but it's who we are. And it takes time to fine tune your speaking skills. And it is, if we're trying to speak English better or better ourselves in how we talk to one another in English. A friend shared with us, which I thought was beautiful: sing the songs in English. Repeat your favorite recording artist, whoever that may be for you. Or from all of the different interviews that Marla and I do around the world with the Tree of Life movement, and the intention stick is that listen to the words that each of us speak and repeat them and practice them. And you continue to grow and better yourself every day. So the harder you work at practicing your English skills, the better you become. But I do not want to take away from your beautiful accent and who you are, whether you're in India or Pakistan or Brazil or Syria or Egypt or Vietnam or China. This is your accent. This is your dialect. This is your culture. This is who you are. And that comes out in English is perfect. It's just fine-tuning your communication skills. And I know Marla wanted to add.
I just wanted to add, no, I loved everything you were saying. Here in the United States, when we have visitors from other countries, it's enjoyable to our ears to hear other people with their accents when they speak. So, as Scott said, we enjoy hearing your accent. It's what makes you rare. It's what makes you unique. So you wouldn't want to imitate anybody else. You want to be yourself. However, if you do want to practice more to kind of curve the accent, as Scott said, you can sing a song, you can watch a movie, and you can listen to a scene from an actor and repeat those lines. And as he said, same thing though with watching the conversations that we do in English and just listening to them and repeating.
Yes.
You know, I'm all ears of Tree of Life movement in YouTube channels. I am about the moon today for talking with you. I'm listening to you and I'm talking with you in Zoom, and also I'm watching all of your videos. So thank you very much. You both were invited to my channel and you sent a positive response for these conversations. I'm really grateful to you. Thanks for your precious time. Thanks for your valuable time. And I also tell to all my viewer and subscriber, please join with Scott and Marla, that is Tree of Life movement, and you will definitely get everything. Whatever you want, they will share. You both will share to them. And this is a really good platform you are providing to every people. They want to learn to English, and yes, you are doing for the universe, for the work of the world. So this is a really grateful thing. Thanks for your valuable time once again. If I get an opportunity for the next time, then I will definitely do a conversation with you. Thank you very much.
And Lila, something we want to share with you, again, why Marla and I are doing the work that we're doing is to live a life of intention. And this is why we were given this gift, this tool that we received from above. It is the Tree of Life intention stick, and it is choosing our words of intention of how we want to live our lives. And when we say we're living a life of intention, we're living a meaningful and purposeful life. And Marla shares when we're not living a life of intention.
It's like getting into your car and driving without a destination. How do you know where you're going? And how do you know what you want when you get there? So intention is how to live. It's the way to live.
We never want to live our lives in regret, right? We don't want to just wake up, have breakfast, go to school, go to work, and then all of a sudden your life has passed you by. And what if we're toward end of life and say, what if I've lived my life all wrong? And when we realize why we're given our gifts, our platforms, our talents, our knowledge, our abundance, our time, it is to use to help another beautiful person in this world. We're all here to help one another. We're all here to inspire, uplift, help someone else get through something maybe more challenging than what someone else is going through. And when we can watch another beautiful brother and sister fill up, and they do the same thing for another, that's what truly brings us our happiness, our bliss, and fills us up with love and light. And it goes back to the beginning of the conversation. Do what makes you be of love. And it's never wrong.
Yes. Thank you very much, dear Scott and Marla, my brother and sister. I will stay connect with you. And yes, this meeting should end. And yes, thank you very much for joining with us. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Sending you blessings and intentions of gratitude, light, and love.
Yes. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.